confusion. Okay.
Thanks to the Regional Independent Group for tabling this motion discussing the significance of post offices, especially in rural areas. It calls on us to recognise their role and support the sustainability of this public service. Rural post offices are vital connections. They are nodal points in villages like Oleen, Calekill and Kilbrittain, which sustain the local shop and other services. Post offices also provide a sense of community. It is a place for meeting people, sharing news and checking up on each other. The network has a unique reach into every community. Unfortunately, none of these qualities will feature on a balance sheet. International research shows that post offices are used significantly more by rural populations than by urban ones. Often it is the only place for banking and accessing state services. Moreover, they are an incredible asset to local businesses, enabling enterprise and employment. Rural businesses rely on them for financial services and increasingly to send out online orders, which become more important under the new restrictions. My own family business is dependent on our local post office in Skibbereen, which provides excellent service. Orders sent out of any evening arrive anywhere in Ireland the following day. We can't underestimate the importance of that network. The 2018 document, A New Vision for Post Office Services in Ireland, claims to reimagine a new future for post office services in Ireland. However, on rural post offices, they only guarantee the preservation of post offices in settlements of over 500 people, which could lead to closures of over 2/3 of the post offices in West Cork. It also states that in rural areas, 95% of the population will be within 15 kilometres of at least one post office, which is of very little consolation to people on the Beara, Sheepshead and the Mizen Peninsulas. An Post doesn't have a choice because of the financial constraints that it operates under. It is up to us as legislators to set out the policies that recognise the role of post offices and government to fund them. This is an age-old argument that has played out in this House many times in other jurisdictions. In a 1994 discussion on the closure of rural post offices, it was noted that communities feel disenfranchised, powerless, and that it affects most adversely the elderly and people with disabilities and those on low incomes. Over 25 years later, these points remain as valid. The motion recognises that post offices provide an important place for offline members of our communities, for those who do not or cannot access services online, elderly people, travellers, mind care, people with disabilities and those in direct provision. While many of us are comfortable operating our administration and finances online, there are people who choose not to or who cannot due to financial reasons, no internet or other barriers. It is incumbent on us to ensure the state provides alternatives. The post office is ideally placed for this. Post offices are offline gateways, as the motion puts it. It is not just about transactions, it's about helping fill out forms, it's about checking up on people, and it's about getting people calling into town. A report on Monday from Safeguarding Ireland and the Banking and Payments Federation Ireland highlighted the vulnerability of people who need help from others to manage their money during the pandemic. Regrettably, restrictions have increased opportunities for financial abuse or the erosion of financial independence. As bank branches close and transfer their functions online, people are left without post offices and credit unions to carry out face-to-face banking and financial transactions. It's so important we help preserve these human-centred services for those who need them. The Sinn Féin amendment recognises this role within the proposal for a new model of community making through post offices. Article 19 of the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities guarantees the right to live independently and be included in the community. This means services and facilities available for people with disabilities in their area, regardless of their ability to go online or have access to a car. Post offices need to be considered in this context. They are embedded in communities, staffed by people who know the area and the needs of their patrons. This is the type of service we should be lauding and trying to replicate, not letting wither for some limited economic reasoning. This motion is a prompt to reflect on the role post offices have in all communities. It's an opportunity to value their social and economic role in rural areas, and it is a chance to prevent the closure of more post offices, and I urge everyone to support it. Thank you.
We're very seamless ourselves and the Social Democrats, so we work nicely together. I welcome the motion. We absolutely support